All right, we're back at Endeavor Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. It's Wednesday night. We worked on a couple of really basic kind of, we always start from knees in these positions and, kind of go from there. And a lot of people don't know right out of the gate kind of ways to get around it. Now, obviously in an actual jiu-jitsu tournament or an actual jiu-jitsu match, you're not starting on your knees, you're starting from standing. So learning takedowns and things like that is very important. But we do spend a lot of training time starting from this position or seated and things like that. So we're starting ways to initiate it. We talked very briefly about your basic snap down, taking that position. We talked very briefly about getting a hold of arms, arm drags to take the back and things like that. But we also talked about a couple of dealing with like lazy bastards like me or him that like to leave their feet out, right? Sit on your butt. So first one, really plain and simple. Basic rule about getting around guard, right? If I squeeze the knees all the way together, I take the hips out of the equation. If I bring the knees as far apart as possible, I take the hips out of the equation. So the first thing we're going to do, staying in nice and tight, I'm going to work on getting his knees together. So if he presents himself in a way where his feet are relatively close together, his knees rather are close together, this is a decent option. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take one arm underneath, staying in nice and tight. The other arm's going to come around the outside. I'm personally going to work around the outside this direction. So as I come in, I'm trying to get my head on the opposite side of the thigh. So I'm coming in nice and tight, I'm getting a hold of the legs, I'm driving my body down and in, and I'm squeezing, gable grip the knees together. Okay, now, I don't want to get too high over this or he's going to roll me. Staying relatively low, driving my shoulder in, and I'm just walking my weight out. From here, I want to take this knee and get it past his knees. So from this low position, I'm going to drive this knee in nice and tight, keep my hips back. I'm going to pull the left hand out, bring myself right back down to side control, and I can work from this position as long as I get my knees in. All right? Really basic, very simple. Again, works great if their knees are pretty much straight together or somebody who has a little bit less experience. Same exact thing here. So if he doesn't present me with this kind of long target, but he comes in with a little bit of a bent leg, again, if I want to work my way around the outside of the knee, one of the things I want to do is stop the ankle, right? So I can either get my hand physically on the ankle to stop him from coming in, or I can put my hand underneath and slide in. So one of the ones we're working with today is as we're kind of messing around getting hands in, I'm going to take this hand, right, so same side or opposite side. If I'm moving to the left, I'm taking my right hand, and I'm going to feed it under the ankle. As I feed it under the ankle, I'm thinking about reaching through and almost grabbing onto his opposite thigh. As I do that, I'm sneaking my left hand in to either get control of the head or get an underhook from that point. So I get in nice and tight, this hand goes in. As I push, I'm driving through to walk my way around to the outside. And by isolating this ankle and pulling the knee in nice and tight, it allows me that opportunity to move around the outside of the leg. All right, so really basic, simple stuff. And again, working from these kind of in-between positions where we spend a lot of time training, in here and taking seats and all that kind of fun stuff. But this can also be used for kind of concepts for passing guard, standing, things like that. So fun stuff to play around with tonight for beginners especially, and we'll see you guys next week.